How about another joke, Murray?
No, I think we've had enough of your jokes.
What do you get?
I don't think so.
When you cross a
we've
mentally
done
ill
with
loner
you.
with a society that abandons him and treats him like trash!
Call the police,
I'll
Gene.
tell you what you get!
Call the police.
Get what you fucking deserve! Good night. And always remember, that's...
Breaking news. Popular TV talk show host Murray Franklin was shot dead tonight on the live telecast of his program by one of his guests. All the videos, drafts may be disturbing to some.
Merely just a punchline to a joke.
Looting and rioting have intensified here after the Franklin shooting. Mobs of people pouring into the streets, many wearing clothes.
Dead tonight.
Dying on the sidewalk. He's merely just...
Well, that was smooth, wasn't it? Hello, people. How's it going? Welcome to the Clown's birthday party, because we're all fucking locked in. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Could you hear the music that was playing? It wasn't music, was it? It was, well, it was technically. So, yeah, how is your Wednesday going, people? Way, happy birthday to me. I'm 3 years old. So, I haven't really prepared anything for this one, because we've been kind of down in the dumps and bored and grumpy. And anyway, so yeah, we're here to talk about grooveboxes, really. Somebody tell me that they can hear me, please. There's a lot of people watching, but nobody's saying anything. Somebody say, yeah, brilliant. Paydum Tech, thank you very much, fella. Right, welcome to everybody that we have in the house. There's 27 people in at the moment. I guess there'll be more in a bit later. Ridiculously nervous. My heart is racing away because, like I said, I don't have anything planned for this. So we're here to talk about grooveboxes. What is a groovebox? A groovebox is essentially a drum machine and a synthesizer that you could potentially do an hour-long set with. Am I wrong? Someone tell me I'm wrong. That's what a groovebox is, right? A piece of equipment that you can do an hour set on, where you've got drums, where you've got synths, where you've got FX, and you can do the whole thing, right? That's what I thought it was. So yeah, the Electribe. Man, I wish I had a little bit more prepared for this. Okay, so yeah, the Electribe is my favorite groovebox. The first groovebox that I owned was a 505. No sound. No. See, somebody says sound. Okay, right. Well, we're just going to carry on regardless. Okay, so the first groovebox that I ever owned was a 505. I believe the first groovebox that ever was released was the MC-303. Tiny little groovebox, ridiculously limited, but great if you didn't have any other kit. Brilliant. Luke Hamill agrees with me and says that is a correct definition of what a groovebox is. Okay, kind of, but more of a sketch pad to take into the studio. Yeah, again, it's that was from Aaron Courts. Again, people use their grooveboxes for different things, you know, and we'll get into that in a minute with the 707, because there's a few things in that which really gripe me about the whole thing. Alan Crawford says, oi, oi, happy Fool's Day, Klein. No problem. Oliver Gould has just tuned in. How's it going, my man? Sounds fine, says Kane. Excellent. Right, so we're here to talk about grooveboxes. This is without a doubt my favourite groovebox, the EMX-1. It's fucking awesome. It's versatile. You've got 9 drum parts and 5 synth parts. And potentially you've got 64 pattern, I don't know, like 300 patterns. And song mode. This thing is amazing. The versatility of this thing. Do you know what I mean? And I love it. Some random ass pattern that's in here. I hope you can all hear that. Please say you can hear that. why I love the Groovebox, because it's hands-on, man. What I hate about the new Roland kit is it's stop and start. That's it. You've got no bring it back to the beginning, no, you know, that's just it. Stop or go. Man, that's limiting, isn't it? So, yeah, 9 drum parts, 5 synth parts. You can MIDI this up to so much. This is what I do. I've got my the System 1M MIDI'd up to this, the K2, which is over there at the moment, the 303, which isn't there at the moment, and the Boog, the Model D, which is in here because this is my travel kit, I suppose. I was going to LA at the end of this month, but no, not anymore. Anyway, so where were we? This one, the EMX. It's awesome. I don't think I can, oh, maybe I can. This is what the synth sounds like. There we go. So that's what the EMX sounds like, and that is one of its worst foibles for me. Its worst downfalls is the fact that it is a VA synth, a virtual analog synth. Man, I had the SH32 for a while, and it was a lovely synth. I loved it, but that VA sound, that really aggressive, raw, and not very analog, or kind of digitally. But that is the hands-on of the EMX. You don't get that with fucking anything else. Like, how did they go from this awesome box? You've also got effects on here and effects change, which is ridiculously limiting as well. Let me just talk about that. My kicks, without any processing, sound... Oh, whoops. Without any processing. Oh, actually, that kind of sounds better. Oh, no, it doesn't. Anyway, without the processing on it, it kind of doesn't sound as big. So you have to, because you can only have one set of effects, if you've got it on everything else, it kind of bleeds over and sounds horrible. So I've had to dedicate one channel out to the effects. I usually have a compressor and an EQ on it, and then have the others come out of the rest of the hits coming out of the other channel. Just because that is one of the limitations of the EMX. You can only have like one set of effects for, like, it's a global effect, and that's pretty limiting. Along that, with that and the sound of it is the only other thing that I fucking hate. The fact that you can't put your own samples into the ESX is a real nightmare. Or there was no update for it, you know. That would have been awesome, because honestly, some of the kicks in here are not great. Let's just listen. Oh no, wait, hold on, wrong one. There. I've got some delay on that. So yeah. And then, like, that's it. Believe me, in Aaron Courts, we're talking today about the ESX and the drum hits in it. And I was trying to find out where they actually came from. Are they sampled from an 808 or a 909, or are they made from a Linn drum or something like that? But anyway, that's what the drum sounds like. And there's some nice ones in there to work with. But you can't always be raging away in the land of disto kicks, you know? Which is what it does best. Anyway, so that is the EMX, and I believe it was released something stupid like 17 years ago or something ridiculous like that, and we'll touch on that a bit later. And then they moved on to this. I don't know if you can see this one over here, but this is the E2. Imagine my delight after, like, I don't know, 6 or 7 years with this thing, and I'm like, wow, it's amazing. If only it sounded better, then it would be the ultimate. If it sounded better and had separate outs across the thing, it would be, and more FX on it, it would be amazing. So Korg were like, oh, Clown Boy, we've got a new Korg coming out. And I'm like, really? What does it look like? And then they show us this. I mean, It's. Why? Why? I've even stuck a sticker over the fucking Electribe name. It's a music production station. You call it a music production station, I'm all in. For $250, this motherfucker's a bad boy. 16 channel sequencer, bad boy. Absolute bad boy. I really want to know how you can use external MIDI on the individual synth parts on the EMX. Yeah, no problem. It's this simple, literally. This is your synth part. You go over here to external MIDI clock. And you change the MIDI channel number. At the moment this is 3 because my system 1 is that, and then literally I don't think she's plugged in, but we'll have a go. Oh wait, that's along with that one. I'm now controlling that synth. Oh, she's loud. Right, and I can't say enough good things about the System 1M. This thing is amazing. It sounds like glass, and it's got some really nice bass to it. It's fucking awesome. Just fucking awesome. That's the system. Yeah, read the fucking manual. You know, no shit, man. Aaron Courts has been doing a couple of videos on that recently. Funny guy. So yeah, that's the System 1M, and honestly, one of the best synthesizers I've come across. I really wanted an Access, any Access, and then I got an Access, and it was like, don't like that. I prefer my System 1M. And I'm going to show you like the one thing that is worth fucking gold on this thing. It's push gate, and it's a button that does this. Hold on, let's get about patch. That is worth its weight in fucking gold as far as I'm concerned. This is what... So yeah, I use that one a lot. It's really, really good for live work as well, because you just hammer away on it, and because it's a 4-part multi-timbre. Sorry, I got a cat on my bed, and I'm a bit worried. Last time I left and there was a cat on my bed, I came back to 3 piss stains on my bed. So anyway, where were we? Pushgate. Yeah, hammer it live, and it's brilliant. It just gives sweeps and stuff, and yeah, because it's a 4-part multi-timbre synth, I can have the EMX, which is a mono synth and only sends 1 note out at a time, have it playing that line, and then jab it in over the top of it. It's absolutely awesome. Right, so let's talk about the awful E2. Like, yeah, imagine my absolute horror when Korg showed me this. It's like, guys, what were you doing? This interface here is amazing. Like, don't get me wrong, for a 16-channel sequencer, it does what it does, and it does it really, really nicely. And it sounds really good. I've got some patterns in there. Just some rough things that I've been... Where are we? It's got... There we go. But you saw what I was doing with the other Electribe just now. You just gotta let it run. You gotta program it and let it run. Alan Crawford saying sell it. I can't sell it, Alan, because it's battery powered, and that's for the mini rig. So I can't even remember how this one. Can't even remember how this one works now. Let's try to mute. Where's the mute? Let's see. It's been such a long time since I played it, and it's so horrible that I don't. There's no intuitiveness to that box whatsoever at all. The people that use that box and get great sounds out of it, you are doing amazing work, because simply it's horrible. Where have you gone? Okay. It just doesn't feel right to me. And for that reason, I've held off on getting one for a very, very long time. When I did, it was like, okay, I see where you were going with the box, but it's so limiting. It's not funny. I mean, you know. Like, okay. There you go. And also, the EMX goes up to 8 bars. This one's only 4 bars, so you got half the half the BPM of the pattern, and then you can get twice as much out of it? Why would you do that? I really don't understand. Like, you released these for about 350 quid when they came out, and these were 420. The EMX. It's just bonkers. It's a massive step backwards. Like, this interface here is horrible. But the sounds that come out of it are lovely. They really, really are. And if you can work it, then it's a great piece of kit. It really, really is. Like I say, 16-channel sequencer. If you've got 16 synths and you want something to do it, it's even got chords. I have it in the mini rig, midied up to this thing. Ha! Somebody says, have you tried the Octatrack or Digitac? Yeah, I think you'll love it. We are going to get to that when we get into the 707. Okay, but literally, let's just have a couple more minutes on this crappy piece of bollocks over there. But yeah, I've got this midied up to this, which is again battery powered. This is again a multi-timbral synth. I think it's 3 parts. However, the sequencer on it is only 1 part. Why? That's insane. You've got 4 notes that you could potentially play, and you're giving me a sequencer that can only play 1 of them. This may have been updated I haven't paid much attention to these, because like I say, I bought them all bought the first 3, really, really disappointed with them, kept this one. And then when I got this one's got a chord button. So it can now transmit to this chords and play the 3 parts that I need. Anyway, so that is the mini rig. This is going to be the brain for my mini rig, along with this synth and then this Groovebox here. Which I guess, what time are we looking at? Oh, 18 minutes. This is not going to be an hour at all. Yeah, that's fine with me. Mark doesn't like Electron. We are about to get into that. Okay, so then Roland, Roland released this beast. Oh man, imagine my excitement when this thing came on the market. I was told 8 minutes of sample time per patch. Brilliant. Get it? And it's 1 minute of sample time from the card. Ouch. That means I can put 14 breakbeat samples on there before the contagious memory craps out. Ouch. Ouch. That's... oh, ow. Anyway, what this box feels like to me is like this had an illicit love affair with some sort of Electron piece of kit, and this was born. This has got so many factors that the Electron kit has as well. I had the A4 for a little while. Absolutely beautiful synth. Absolutely beautiful synth. Really, really is. No, somebody says, I don't think these devices are meant to be completely functioning tools. They are toys. But toys, this one was $350. I'll wear that. No, yeah, it's a fair price. This one was $425. I'll wear that. That's a decent price. $875. For $875, I want something that's going to run everything and be the brain of my kit, you know, and everything's going to be the thing. Somebody says something about try an EMX kick on a synth part. Again, the architecture of where I use it, I don't even use the synth. I literally don't even use the synth. Because it sounds so VA and fucking horrible, all I use it to do is MIDI up to other synths. And then, like I say, I can control... all aspects of the System 1M over on the EMX-1. The EMX-1 is a toy, but it's literally, it's so close to being a fucking high-end piece of kit that if they'd taken it and made it better and not crippled it and given us this piece of shit, then things would have been completely different. Individual outs, please, Korg. I want individual outs. I want more FX. Poly would be great. What else do I want on it? I think that's it. little chaos pad over here. Honestly, that would be amazing. But no. So anyway, looks like Roland took a look at this and then took a look at some Electron kit and then gave us this. This interface I now love. Yeah, it's almost this. But they've given us the 16-step sequencer at the top to input the notes. The problem with this one is it's really, really finicky to program. Whereas this one, you just kind of hammer notes in and off you go. This one's a little bit difficult. You hold it down, press the note, and then you how hard you want the note to press, and then how long you want the note to press for. So it's not really intuitive to program, not as quick as the EMX is to program. Yeah, apparently there is more upgrades on the 707. I haven't done them yet. Hello, Bear White. How is it going, my man? I haven't done those to this one yet because I've just been too, lockdown, no deadlines. It's not great, so I haven't really been doing anything musical at the moment. But yeah, this is a great piece of kit. This is an awesome piece of kit. Let's just touch on the 101 for a while. It's kind of, the 707 is 8 tracks, the 101 is 4 tracks, and they do pretty much the same job, apart from one key function, which I think is pretty fucking important. Oh, hold on. You can't, as far as I know, I could be wrong. You cannot. Hello, Jennifer Stevenson. How's it going? Yeah, it's well worth doing the update. I will do it. Don't worry. Oh shit! What was I going to say? Oh yeah, the one thing on this which is insane is you can't alter the sounds. Like this one's got a deep engine that came from a keytar in it, and it sounds lovely. It really, really does. But like I say, it's a bit finicky to program. It's a bit odd. But you can't alter them as like almost at all, as far as I know. I haven't really delved into it because I'm sorting this bad boy out. I take this one on journeys and stuff and just kind of program little things into it to see how we go. Anyway, yeah, but what you can do is make your patches on this and then import it to this. And that's great. That is awesome. But that means you've got to have both of them. Okay? Now this unit is 875. 875! This one's 475 with not many synth capabilities, as far as I know. If anybody please, if I'm wrong, please tell me, and I will retract my statements. But I'm pretty sure that's right. I want to take this time out to thank John Coffey, who might possibly be watching at the moment. This guy is an aficionado on the fucking 707. I scanned the manual, I had a look at it, and then I took it out and saw what I wanted to do with it. And any questions I had, I just fucking went over to John Coffey and just asked him. Honestly, John, thank you very much for your help with this piece of kit. It's awesome. Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with the questions, so if I miss any, I'm really, really sorry. So yeah, this 707, it's a lovely box, and the scatter function is absolutely amazing. It really, really is. Whereas this is the arpeggiator on the EMX is it's a must-have. It means you can get into things really quickly and fuck them up on the fly. Brilliant, absolutely love it. Unfortunately, there's nothing quite like that on this one, but it does have the scatter. So does this one. It's exactly the same, and it does exactly the same thing. Oh, let me just give you a quick something I was farting around with on a bus the other day. Probably a while back now, seeing as though. Oh, hello. See what I mean? That brings the intuitive back. I was making that move and touching buttons and it was going. Yes, Tommy, most of the hour stuff does have scatter function, but oh my god, some of it is just awful. The scatter on the MX-1, brilliant. It's lovely. It does what it needs to do. But the scatter on the TR-8, Jesus Christ, who programmed that? Who decided that those were good scatters? There's like 2, maybe 3 decent fucking scatters on that thing, and like, oh man, and it's not very it doesn't work with the beats. It's really, really odd. It's like these people sit around and they decide what kind of kit we're going to get, and then they don't ask us musicians who are going to use them. My biggest gripe on this machine, let me just hold on a sec. My biggest gripe on this machine is project loading time. I'm going to show you how quick it is to project load on this. Are you ready? Project load. I want 32. Enter. Don't write. Enter. And now she's ready to go. That makes her really frustrating to use on stage. Really frustrating to use on stage. So by the definition, when we started this talk, nearly half an hour ago, I said the definition of a groove box is something that you can use for drums and synth for an hour if you needed to. That was the definition of a groove box. For what I need her for, she's frustrating. Really frustrating. However, let's just see. What she brings to the party is fucking amazing. Hands on again. That's what I like. Roland, you did yourself proud with that, man. The box itself is amazing. You're just listening to the EMX and the 707, mate. That's it. Locked in time. Roland, the engine in this beast is amazing. So, on those grounds, mate, Roland, you made an amazing box. Absolutely amazing box. And then you crippled her. You decided that the project loading time was massive. Admittedly, I can lose it in the beginning of a track. Let's, you know, I can... And then I go through the load, project, loading time, loaded. Now she's ready to play. Now that she's ready to play, I then have to come over here, stop things, oh, sorry, and then start them again for her to play again. But listen, I've got those fucking brakes and I can do this with them. Admittedly, it doesn't sound fucking lovely at the moment, but it's not supposed to at nearly 300 BPM, is it? So. You know? So, that's my flow, that's my work, man. That's what I do. I stick a couple of drum beats down, and then I'll stick a couple of synth lines over them, and then I want to play with them. Because there's so many more noises deep hidden underneath those synth patches that all you have to do is fucking mess around with a few controls, and you've got a completely different noise coming out. That's my workflow. That's how I work. That's what I want. Don't get me wrong, right? You DAW users, man, I'm getting into the DAW at the moment, and literally you can do anything you fucking want, and that is brilliant, alright? You can craft the most amazing kick. You can have it flow like you want. You can have shit come in and out when you want. And that's what I'm trying to recreate when I do my live shows. That's how I work. That's where the fun is for me. I've got an 8-bar loop, and it's really boring, because if it's just an 8-bar loop, it's just going to sound like this. I mean, it's fine for a while, and you need a groove to get into when you're dancing, you know. So you don't go mixing it up too much. But that's just an 8-bar loop. If you do nothing to an 8-bar loop, that's what it's going to sound like, which is great. Barry White says he's tensing his butt cheeks. But yeah, it gets boring, doesn't it? And that's where the fun is for me. Not saying like I say, working with Warren Dancy at the moment and getting into a DAW, it is Ableton, and seeing how things work and how you can really get in and roll the bass off. He's teaching me so much that I can then take to my live PAs to be able to make it better. Honestly, I can't thank the man enough. But we're not here to do that at the moment. We're here to talk about GROOVEBOXES. Roland, man, you came so fucking close to me replacing the EMX. So fucking close. But the problem is now, my beast has to have 2 brains. She's got 2 brains and 1 heart. The mixer. It's always the heart, right? Can't see a 303. That's because the 303, we're not talking 303s at the moment. My 303 is out of action. And whilst we're on the subject, let's just touch on the Behringer TD3, shall we? Everyone's like, oh, crap build quality is going to fucking break in like 2 months, and you're not, and blah, 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 blah. Craziness. I owned this synth for 6 months it was before. Where's that knob went? See that? That's a break. That's a break. Admittedly, I gig, I gig a lot. Okay, so then that's fine, I don't mind that. I can stick something in there and move it around. But then this one goes. The cut-off knob. There's a cut-off, right? Yeah, that is the cut-off. The cut-off knob goes. Are you kidding me? Within 6 months? And you people are saying that the TD3 is going to be awful. Oh my lord. Have you guys actually been in the presence of any Behringer kit recently? Ooh. It's nice. The knobs are, admittedly, Behringer lost their way with that whole fucking cork sniffing thing. Stick to making synths, boys. You're good at that. Cheap synths. I do have a TD3 on the way. It's a yellow one. It has a smiley on it, and it's fucking in China at the moment. So, will I get that? Will I not? Who knows? Right, so let's talk about this. Let's just end up on this. It takes very much of its architecture from like something Electron. You can do trig holds and parameter locks, and you push the buttons in and turn them for some things, which is an Electron thing. To be fair, they've borrowed enough from the Electron stuff to not piss me off. Literally, put it like that. Someone says, I can't. Sometimes I work in a DAW, sometimes I throw the stems in the MPC, then MIDI out to the synths. I am a big believer in whatever works for you. Do it. I've just shown you my workflow and how I like to work, So if yours is different, just fucking embrace it, man. Just, whatever you do to work. It's like Sergio Mounta put a track into the URL last night, and he was doing it on this. Are you kidding me? The limitations here must be fucking shocking. Yet he turned out a very, very good track. Unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Oh no, somebody says my wave state is stuck in Japan. It may not come out for a couple of months yet, you know? Anyway, we'll see. So yeah, Roland, you did massively well on this. You did massively well on this, and then right at the final hurdle, literally, you took its ankle off. Apparently you can get 8 minutes of sample time per patch, which that's fairly respectable, but you got to record it in. Yeah, this is what I wanted to say about the... I had the ES, one of the original Electribes, the second edition, the silver one I think it was, brush metal. Lovely! Had a minute's worth of sample time from the card. That was 20 years ago. That was 20 years ago. And now you're still telling me that you can't make a machine that can stream from a 6 gig card only a minute. Nonsense. What do I know? What do I know? Anyway, I love this piece. I love this piece of kit. I really, really do. I hate its shortcomings, but I absolutely love this piece of kit. Like I say, with the trig locks and thingy holds, and you've even got motion sequence, it is a wonderful piece of kit. It says I've never... Let me see. Oh, that was gone. It says I've never been able to get into DAWs. I can't change... If I can't change something as I'm playing it, then I can't care for it. And if I recorded something else, it's trashed. 99% of the time, I will trash it completely. Again, different workflows, different styles, man. You should totally have a look at a DAW art. I know they're horrible things to get your head round. They really, really are. And they take away my flow. Yeah, you saw my flow. Let's just knock a kick in. Do that on that. That's my workflow. That's what I like. That's how it is. Other people have got other workflow. Automation, yeah, automation. Automation is a wonderful thing. I can, to a degree, automate my, and I do for the 303. I would show you if it was plugged in at the moment, but it's not. With the cut-off motion sequence, apparently you can have 107 motion sequence per part. Why the fuck would you ever want 170 motion sequence per part? You fucking... That's insane! I worked it out and it's something like 900 over the 5 parts. What the fuck would you ever want that for? Could we please have separate outs for everything, please? A decent valve thing is good, but it just adds kind of like some sort of distortion to it. I'm sure you could do better there, Korg. Korg, I wanted this to be the reason that I could retire my EMX after nearly 17 years. Not the case, not the case. And it's a real shame because it is a beast. You've heard... I wonder if I've got any other... what was I working on the other day? Oh, it's later. No. Do we have synth patches in it? See, waiting for it to load. That's insane. Yeah, we do. So you can see that Roland have given me hands-on power again, which is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. With this, you can have tone tracks, looper tracks, or drum tracks. I don't use the drums in here at all. I've got the 2 tracks here for loops, the breakbeat loops. Let's just... So yes, on loads of grounds, Roland, you win. There, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful piece of kit. Right, well, I think I'm rambling now, so I guess I should kind of see you guys later. We've chatted about... No. What are we going to chat about? Yeah, no, I've done that. Korg, what do I want out of you? I want this. Korg, please give me something... Oh, and... Yeah, no, Korg, please give me something that looks like this. That sounds like these 2, 3, you know? Give me separate outs. Again, Roland, you've not given me separate outs here. I wonder if I can get it right. Show you the back end of her. That's what you've given me. And there's basically 4 outs for an 8-track thingy. What do we use the SP for, Paydum Tech? What do we use the SP for? I use the SP for longer vocal samples, as I did at the beginning with the Joker. It's basically got all my vocal stuff, long vocal stuff. I'll just give you a quick run through on that one. Show you. Yeah, she's all in.
The future of your planet is at stake. Your planet faces danger. Your planet faces danger. Very grave danger.
There has been an increase in neural activity. The significance is unclear with the brain patterns aren't conventional. There has been an increase in neural activity. The significance is unclear without an MRI. The patterns aren't conventional. There has been an increase.
So yeah, Korg, please, can you upgrade the EMX? Can you stop giving us Volcas? Volcas are great. I'm not getting into that debate. Volcas are great. If you're short on cash and you want a synthesizer, the Volcas are amazing. And just to prove it, there is a Volca in my studio at the moment, and the one Volca that I will shout about. Kane, I can't play. I wrecked my system putting all the groove boxes in. I got to rewire again. This could potentially be a groove box. You know, it's. You could potentially do an hour on this. If I had separate outs, you could well do an hour on this. I like this little box. It's the only Volca I will advocate. It's great, and you know, for the money it is, it's absolutely brilliant. And again, it lives in my mini rig to back up the 101 and the E2. So yeah, great piece of kit. Could almost be a groove box. Someone asked the question. What was the question? Do you use Chaos pads, change MIDI sequers and audio, or both? No, just audio. At the moment, everything goes through this MX-1. The line comes out, goes into this one first, and then this one, and then this one. And the reason they do that is for this. Oh. This one, yeah, can you hear it affecting my voice now as well? Just affects the audio going through. There you go. Let me just put it. 1, 2, 1, 2. So it just catches something. It might be a kick drum, might be a hi-hat, snare. And then this one, 4. So that's what. Yeah. And this one's got pad motion on it. They've all got pad motion on it, so you can record the motion in, and it just does it over the top of it, so you can just leave it alone then. That's what I use them for. Art Black says, I had that Volca, but I traded it for a Roland synth, which I then sold to get the monologue. Yeah, great trade there. And again, I'm a massive advocate of buying secondhand and trading it if you don't like it. I think most of my kit, this came off of Paul Lee Kennedy. This came from a trade. All my Chaos pads have came in trades. Yeah, try and get a trade wherever you can. So I guess we have come to. I don't even know what the time is. I guess we have come to the 45 minutes. That's pretty good, seeing as I didn't have anything planned. Paydum Text. I love my monologue. Yeah, I thought about getting one many times, but at the moment I'm only interested in adding pieces of kit that are going to enhance my setup sonically. So the Sherman filter bank, that's definitely something I want to look out for. The TD3, because my Zox box is having a mare at the moment and it needs to be sent off for repair. And I'd like a Pro 1, maybe, but I also want some keys. So I'm only adding bits and pieces at the moment to the setup that will make it better sonically. But until we can all get out and start earning some fucking synth tokens, that ain't gonna happen. Art Black says, I love my Chaos Pad. Alexander Warman, how's it going, my friend? It's been a while since I've seen you. Yeah, I love Chaos Pads. I've got 2 Chaos Pad 2s under there not doing anything, and 1 in France being modded. I shall have to tap up Matthias Soccer to see how that is going. Anyway, people, it has been a lovely, wonderful evening for me ranting about grooveboxes. I hope some of the information was anywhere near interesting, or you need a wooden piano, ever so portable. Yeah, I need a scooper. I want a scooper definitely, and the other one to go with the ARIA range. There's all kinds of bits of kit that I would absolutely love at the moment, but again, in these times, it's like, let's just practice with what we got and see where we go, eh? Because yeah, in the box under here, I've got a TRA, 2 MX-1s, the Moog copy, and some other bits and pieces. So I've got enough to be carrying on with, and like I say, I want to concentrate on this, because when all this shit blows over, I'm hoping to go to LA. And I'm hoping to go and see Art Black, who's just there. And I'm hoping to go and see some other people, Benjamin, and some other people in America when this all blows over. And I'm sure Super Booth the year after is going to be fucking ridiculously good, because we didn't have one this year. I was going to hopefully hook up with David Ireland as well from Roland, see if I can get some tips and tricks on, because he's a demo guy for this. It was going to be amazing, but this year has turned to absolute pooper. But what it does mean is we can all lock down and make our sounds absolutely awesome for when we come back, So I'm going to try and do 2 streams a week. I'm going to do the URL, and I'm going to try and do something else. Just because, why the fuck not, we're all trapped in and we're all fucking bored as fuck. Anyway, I have been the Acid Clown. This has been me talking about grooveboxes. I love grooveboxes. I played with lots and lots. I had the 505, I was around the 707. What else have we played with? The Yamaha thing, the RMX thing. Daniel's got one of those. I've had literally every EMX, every Electribe that's on the market. I love grooveboxes. Grooveboxes for me are, especially when you're starting out, Groovebox is an amazing piece of kit, because it's got drums, it's got synths, and it's got effects on it, and it's all in one unit. You don't need a mixer. All you need to do is connect it to a speaker. And for me, that's amazing. But it would seem that the big companies are looking at Grooveboxes like they're fucking toys, like they're low-end pieces of kit. They are not. Have you seen how many fucking people still use the EMX? How are you getting on with the new Electribe? The new Electribe, this one here, absolutely loving it. Go back and have a listen to what I said. Now I've lost my train of thought. Where were we going? Oh, I can't remember. I think we're off. Anyway, yeah, thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you Tuesday for the URL, working through the second 30 set of tracks from Shoutout number 7. Anyway, it has been a pleasure. George, we'll see you Tuesday. Big love, Clown Army love. Clown Army love from the Clown Father! Later!